Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for yielding. It is important, I think, to come over here and discuss H.R. 1428, the Judicial Redress Act, and echoing a lot that has been said already, this is a great starting point for really a broader conversation about privacy rights, and a conversation that is sorely needed. I supported this bill when it passed Judiciary Committee unanimously, and I'm proud to support it today. The bill extends the same rights afforded to Americans under the 1974 Privacy Act to certain citizens of certain allied nations. Importantly, only countries who extend similar rights to Americans for redress for privacy violations are eligible. As everyone here is aware, revelations about U.S. surveillance operations created serious trust issues, and both the government and tech sectors experienced a decline in that global trust. Advances in technology and innovation have made it possible and necessary for law enforcement to exchange information, but it should not be done at the expense of privacy rights. In order to restore global trust and ensure continued competitiveness for our thriving tech industry, we must work to restore consumers' faith in their data is secure in U.S. tech companies and their privacy rights are protected. The United States tech industry employed an estimated 6.5 million people in 2014 and made up a large 7.1% of the U.S. GDP, which is going to do nothing but grow. The free flow of transnational data is critical for the continued success of this industry that contributes in such a major way to our economy. We have to show our allies that they can be confident sharing data across the oceans and the various barriers. The Judicial Redress Act is a step toward regaining trust and rebuilding cooperation with our allies, ensuring that U.S. businesses can continue to grow and thrive internationally. H.R. 1428 is particularly important because the U.S. and the EU have negotiated the Data Protection and Privacy Agreement for the last 2 years. During the negotiations over the agreement, the EU Parliament and EU Commission made clear that Safe Harbor Agreement would not be finalized absent U.S. enactment of a law to enable EU citizens to sue the U.S. government for major privacy violations. With the European Court of Justice ruling on Safe Harbor Agreement, it is more important than ever that we create solutions that work for today's ever-changing tech industry, from the small companies to the household names. It is also critical that we work with our allies to create a clear standard for governing privacy of personal information to ensure strong and cooperative exchanges between law enforcement. Laws and agreements written before many of today's innovations even existed are due for an update. And this bill is an important first step that I am proud to support, and I'm thankful that the chairman has brought forward for this body to put its stamp on and send to the Senate so that it will be taken up and then sent to the President so that we continue to move forward in the protections of privacy rights for all Americans and our companies. And with that, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Speaker, I yield back.